Can you please revise the functions, sir? Like prototype, declaration, and all ones.
Because you forgot, huh?
Sir, actually, I'm not able to like understand between when you call it, how do you call it, and all.
No, you do one thing. Today we'll do only programs and functions. In that, automatically, when I explaining, that also will repeat it. And also, if possible, you try to go through the lecture once again. Whatever I have shared the link today morning. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And even then, if you don't understand, then we can discuss once again in the class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. Anyhow, today we are the topic. We are not. I'm not going to discuss any new topic. We are going to practice some programs by using the functions topic. So that is what the today's job. Okay, fine. So in that again we'll try to discuss what is function prototype, what is function definition and all. Fine. So as I said, there will be total 3 parts in the functions, as one of your friends said. One is function definition. The second one is called function calling. The third one is called function prototype. Today I'll explain certain problem, the programming, and next class we'll do only in the dev C++ how to execute and all. Okay. So let me start with function definition first. I want to perform addition of 2 integers, and whatever result you get of the 2 integers, I want to return to the main program. That is the objective. It's simple. Somebody can ask a program to write function for addition of 2 integers. So in that case, what I will do is the result of 2 integers will be integer only. That is the reason return type. I said the definition point of view, there must be a return type. The name of the function we can simply give an add because it is not among the keywords. Make sure that any function you give, it should not be in the keywords list. Okay, that is one important thing you must remember. So add is any name you can give, sum also you can give, anything is okay. So I said int x comma int y. Then what I will do is I want a temporary result also. So let me have some r here, where r is equal to x plus y. This is the addition of 2 integers. Then return r, which is a very simple program I'm trying to explain here. Then coming to the main program, we write int main. Then because we wanted to perform addition of 2 integers, so I need a variable a comma b comma c. I will ask the user to type 2 integers, printf, enter 2 integers. Okay, 2 integers. Then we are trying to read the inputs from the keyboard. Percentile d, then ampersand of a comma ampersand of b. Then I simply use c is equal to add of a comma b, then printf sum result is, or addition of 2 integers is, sum is percentile d backslash n c. Just a minute. Okay. Just I wanted to see both function definition as well as main program in the same screen, so that is the reason I'm not going much beyond it. So let me have get ch, then return 0, the end. So here, as I said, function definition means this is a function definition where I said this particular thing is return type. Let me write here. So this is a return type. Okay, so this is a return type. I'm taking it as an integer. Then this is called function name. This is a function name. Then this is called function parameters or declaration statements. Declaration statements, also called function arguments. Function arguments, also called local variables of the function. Local variables of the function. All three are same, right? Somebody said it's a declaration statement is general definition. Then it is also called function arguments x and y. The same thing can also be written as local variables. The meaning of local variable is x and y are visible and accessible only within the function. That is the meaning of a local variable. So even r is also comes under local variable. And whenever you are trying to perform the addition of two integers, you simply rule is x and y is going to have some data. Then r is a garbage. Then you are trying to perform r is equal to x plus 5. Then r is going to have the result of two integers, and that result I am supposed to return from the function. So I am using return followed by the name of the variable. Okay, this is generally what I discussed in the previous class. So this is a whole process, right? From here to here is called function definition. Function definition. Then comes this is a main program. So in the main program, as we have done so many programs, so initially the first line will be the int main, which is I think I forgot to mention hash include stdio. Assuming that I have written at the beginning of the before int add I have written hash include stdio.h and all. Then int main is an entry point. Then there is a block associated with the main, and I'm trying to have a, b, c. This is called variables local to the main. Generally we call these things are variables local to main. Local to main. It indicates that these variables will be accessed by only main function, whereas a, b, c variables are not accessible within the function add. That's the meaning of it. Similarly, x, y, r will be accessible only in the add, which cannot be accessible by the main. That is the meaning of local variables to the function. Then this everybody knows. We are asking the user to type two integers. So printf enter two integers. Then user would like to type the two integers from the keyboard. So that the scanf is used here. %d, then ampersand a and ampersand b. So let me put into the other way. The moment first int a, b, c is going to be declared. So I'm going to have three locations. The name is a, the name is b, and name is c. All are 4 bytes, and assuming that address will be 1000, address will be 2000, address will be 3000. Randomly I'm writing. This is the ampersand of a basically. So all of them are 4 bytes. So can anybody tell what is the content of these three locations? Tell me. What are the contents of these three locations? Respond. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
What are the contents of ABC? Respond. Am I talking to you only? Sorry? I request all the students, please be active, even though it is an afternoon class. If you don't respond, it is very difficult for me to continue. Tell me, ABC is containing what? Garbage or some contents?
Contents.
Contents are. What are the contents? You tell me, ABC, what does it have? Nothing, no?
Nothing. We have to give them.
Yeah, it is a garbage initially, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just write G. G stands for garbage. GAR, GAR, GAR. Okay. Then printf enter two integers. Then user will type, maybe assuming that 10 and 20, user will type space 20, then enter. Then what is going to happen? This garbage will be overwritten by 10. This garbage will be overwritten by 20. C remains what? C remains garbage. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Then you come to, this is called function calling here actually. Function calling. So in the function calling, what we are trying to do is, I'm just trying to assign the result what we are expecting in the variable C is equal to, I'm just writing the name of the function as an add within the brackets, whatever definition no it is having int x comma int y, that signature we are following. In place of int x and y, I'm just giving the variables name a and b. So it indicates that I'm trying to pass the inputs from the main to the function add. So how do I pass this? Called generally a and b is given a name actual parameters, which I forgot to mention in the last class. These are called actual parameters because my inputs are available in a and b. The moment you write this way, C is equal to add followed by a comma b semicolon, it's called a function call. Your control will jump from your main program to some other place. So in the memory, we cannot see, but inside the C programming execution, computer will jump from, assuming that your main programming is started from maybe some 900 address to maybe 5000 address, because I've given these three numbers 1000, 2000, 3000 belongs to the range between 900 to 500. Assuming that whenever you compile, the computer and operating system will assign a memory in the RAM to the main program from 900 to the 5000. Similarly, every function will be allocated randomly somewhere in the memory. Assuming that my add function is this is my area of the main, and maybe some 50,000 to 51,000, assuming that will be a small area, only 1000 locations, maybe it is 5100 locations. This is the area for the add. So whenever the compilation is happening, the memory which is allocated to the functions will be different. For the main function, the memory will be, let me assume 1000 only, there is nothing wrong, 1000 to 5000. Whereas for the memory for the addition will be 50,000 to the 51,000. Then the moment started executing the program, when it is finding int ABC, the whatever 12 bytes of memory is expected, that has to be allocated in this range only. That is the reason what I did is 1000, 2000, 3000 I have written. So it means they are not in continuous location, they are scattered among any location. That is called random access memory. So 1000, 2000, 3000. And whenever you perform a function called C is equal to add a comma b, your control of the program should jump from this memory location to this memory location, isn't it? That is what I have written in the previous class. The function calling is nothing but a branching, where the control of the program will jump from the main program to a function definition program. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the moment I do a function call C is equal to add of a comma b, my control suddenly jumps here. It was here for the time being till C equal to add a comma b, immediately will jump to this particular location 50,000 to 51,000. While jumping, it is taking the values 10 comma 20 along with it, because you are passing a and b, no? Yes or no? My
Yes,
memories are here only 1000 and 2000. It is only throwing the values 10 and 20. So when it is throwing the value 10 and 20, somebody has to be there catching, here or not?
Yes, sir.
So in this case, in the definition only I made, what I made, int x comma int y, isn't it?
Yes,
So the
sir.
moment your function call is done, I'm going to get again two locations initially, which is x and y, which is a 4 bytes. And possibly this will be your 50,000th location. This will be maybe 50,200 location, right? So randomly I'm taking it. So as per the order, right? What is the first parameter you are writing here? A, isn't it? Respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What is
sir.
the value of A? What is the value of A here?
10.
10. So this 10 value must occupy the same location. What is the first value here? What is the first parameter here I've written? X or Y?
X.
So X will be updated with a 10, Y will be updated with a 20. So these two variables are called formal parameters. Formal parameters. Okay. Your 10 and 20 are available in 1000 and 2000 location. While function call is taking place, The same 10 and 20 will be copied into two more locations x and y, where 10 and 20, these x and y are called formal parameters. Agreed or not? Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this 10 and 20 are original values of what you have entered in the main, or they are copied versions of the original variable? Is it not copied versions?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
X and Y are called formal parameters. There is something like they are copied, they are duplicates of A and B. Then again the control will come here. When it finds, there is one more declaration called int R. Then one more memory is created with the name R, again 4 bytes. Maybe it is 50,300 location. What is the value? Garbage or some content? At this point. Garbage, no? Because I have not assigned anything here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So 50,300, 50,000, 50,200, all these three memories related to the address range of this one or address range of this one. You tell me, first one or second one? X, Y and R related to the which address range? First one or second one? Not to have a confusion, I'll give 1 here, 2 here. Okay. So address range 2 is belongs to which function or main function? You tell me.
Add function, sir.
Add function. Very good. So when you perform R is equal to X plus Y, is it possible to have data sharing among these three memory locations or not? Because they belong to same area, no? Yes or no? R, X and Y belongs to the same locations, no? 50,000 to 51,000.
Yes, sir.
So can I perform this way or not? R equal to X plus Y. So when R equal to X plus Y, which numbers are added? This X value
10 and
10, this value 20 will add, and result will be, garbage will be overwritten by 30. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So after that, return R. The moment you execute the return R, the control will jump back to which location? The function call line only. So assuming that this is line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, line number 4, line number 5, 6 and 7. Total how many lines are there in my main program?
7,
7. Function call is taking at which line?
4,
4th line. Once function is executing a return statement, control will jump back to which location?
4.
4th location. Whichever line where function call is happening, when function is going to be executed, the moment return statement is done, the function or control will come back to the same line where function call is made. So it will come back here. While coming back from here to here, the way A and B are taking, while taking the control from main to the addition, 10 and 20 are copied. While returning, what is it is going to bring?
30.
30. Where it is? Who is going to catch out of A, B, C?
C.
So this garbage will be updated by 30, isn't it?
30.
Yes, sir.
Then immediately 5th line gets executed. Printf sum is %ld C. What is the value of C now?
30, sir.
30.
30 will be printed, get CH come out. So in this program, what is the extra terminology I have used compared to the previous class was, there is something called actual parameters, there is something called formal parameters. That is the first point you must remember. The second point, the memory allocation to the functions. The main function, the memory range is different. Every function, here I have only one function, okay. You can have a multiple functions also, there is nothing wrong in that. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now there is a question. Did I use a function prototype here? Did I use a function prototype or a function declaration in this program?
No, sir.
No, the reason is whenever the function definition is happening before the main, then function prototype is optional. The reason being, whenever this program is going to be scanned, first what is going to be scanned? Function is going to be scanned or main is going to be scanned?
Function.
Function is going to be scanned. When function is going to be scanned, and when the turn comes to the main, and whenever it is find add, by that time already scanning has remembered that before the main already I have gone through the scanning of the add function, so add is acceptable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Whereas if I am going to write main before, then addition next, in that case, which function is going to be scanned first, main or addition?
Main.
Main. When it is scanning the main, suddenly it will come across a function called add. Don't you think the compiler will get confused? This add is nor belongs to the keywords, nor I have scanned before. That is the reason it will throw an error. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So whenever you try to define the functions, if all the function definitions are taking place before the main, function prototypes are optional. Try to remember this point. Whereas if at all the definitions of the functions are taking after the main program, function declarations are compulsory. It's a mandatory. Otherwise, you'll get a problem. So not to have a confusion, always it's a good programming practice whether we write the definitions of the function before the main or even after the main, always try to use the declaration statement. There's nothing wrong. Even though we write the definitions of the addition as before the main, still you have a liberty to write the function declaration at the beginning of the program. There's nothing wrong in that. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is what the programming, a simple example of addition function. Now second program we'll discuss now. The second program is write a program to find area of circle and circumference, both area and circumference of the circle, area and circumference of a circle, okay, both using functions. Then what I will do, the common practice is hash include stdio.h. Then I'm going to write a definition of the function such a way that area of circle or circle operation, something like that, okay, something like that. I want to know area of a circle and circumference circle, float or integer. You tell me the result.
Float, sir.
Float, no? So what must be the return type of the function if at all I'm going to write? The function should return an integer or float?
Float.
So that is the reason float is important. So this analysis you are supposed to do it before FLOAT, float, then followed by AOC, area of a circle. And how many parameters you will expect area of a circle? What is that you need to find a circle?
Radius.
Only radius. So how many parameters?
Only one.
Only one. And the input radius could be integer or float. What do you give generally?
Integer, sir, general.
What is the radius you are trying to enter? It all depends. If you are going to write a program that radius is always integer, you can keep integer. There is nothing wrong. Yes or no? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes,
Again,
sir.
I'm trying to write second function. Float circumference of a circle, COC. Again, you are going to pass only the radius, so int, again, fine. Then I'm going to write the main program first. Int main. Then I need to take the radius, one variable, then a result of area, result of circumference. Is it clear? I need
Yes,
three
sir.
variables, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But do you think it is correct of writing this way? What is my result of area of circle and the circumference of circle? Float or integer?
Float.
So can I
Float.
write here?
No.
No,
sir.
it is wrong, right or not?
Yes, sir.
So that is what you need to consider more clearly. So I'll just keep a semicolon here because only integer is inputs I'm giving, so int r is acceptable. Well, coming to the float, it is result of a circle. Sorry, it's a result of area. Result of area and result of circumference. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, then what I'll do, printf, enter radius, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Then scanner, percentile d because it is an integer,
Ampersand R.
ampersand of r. Then simply ROA, what is the result of area is equal to AOC R. Result of circumference is equal to COC actually. COC R. Then printf area is percentile F. And circumference is percentile F. What I'm supposed to write here?
AOC, ROA, ROC.
Very good. Now I'm continuing here so that you can understand. Get CH, then return 0. I think main program is very simple right now. Yes or no? When you are going to use functions, writing main programming is very, very simple because every result you are calling a function, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So now what is my headache is now we need to define. So what I'm supposed to define? Float. What is the name of the function? First one.
AOC.
AOC. Then int x. R also you can use, not to have a confusion, because the memory locations for this definition is different. Memory location for this definition is different. It is something like in your family, all the brothers and sisters will have a same name or different name generally. In a family members, do any two members will have a same name?
No, sir.
Generally, we don't do it, right or not? Similarly, in the same memory locations, a variable, two variables of same name is not acceptable. Whereas some other house, some other family can have a name as your name. Forget about the surname. I'm talking about the general.
Yes, sir.
It is possible, no? So that is the reason when the address range is different for the different functions. Here you write R also, there is nothing wrong because this R is different, that R is different. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you? Okay, for the time being, I'll take R only. Also, I will explain what does it mean. Then, when R is given, don't you think you need one more variable to take the result of the area? Yes or no? Respond. The input has come here. Once you calculate the output, you need one more variable, no? Respond.
Yes, sir.
But the thing is, the result of variable should belong to integer or float.
Float, sir.
Float.
So this way I should not write, right? We should write float area. Is it correct? Area is equal to, what should I write? 3.1414 into R into R. Can I write this way?
Yes, sir.
Then return what?
Return area.
Because area belongs to which data type? The area belongs to which
Float.
data type?
Float.
What is the return type?
Float.
What is accepted variable here? ROA.
Float.
So these three things should match. If these three things are not matching, somewhere there is a mistake in the return statement. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is done. Now, don't you think I need to define second function? What is the return type?
Yes, sir.
Float.
Float.
Float. Now you tell me, I'll write. Next.
COC.
COC int r.
Next.
Int R.
Int R. Then next.
Float
Float
circumference.
Float circumference. Then
Circumference.
Circumference equal to 2 into
2 into
3.1414.
3.14.
star.
J1
2 pi r.
to R.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then return.
Circumference.
Simple or not? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now let us understand how the program is going to be understood by the computer during two stages. One is compilation stage. The second is called execution stage. I think very beginning classes I said all the declaration statements are processed by compiler. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
All the declaration
Yes, sir.
statements are processed by compiler, and all the executable statements are processed by CPU. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, let us start scanning the program in the first version. Hash include stdio.h, which will take care of function prototype for the printf and scanf. Then float AOC oblique in within the parameters list. It is only one variable, which is integer. Then similarly, return type is float. For second function also, return type is float. Name of the function is COC, and it is going to accept only one parameter, that too integer, and followed by semicolon. The function declarations, variable name is optional. Only type of the data is important. That is the reason int and int only I have written. You can write int space r, also nothing wrong in that. Okay. Then int main is an entry point. Then int r, a memory is created with the name r. Maybe the location is 1000 again, as usual, with a garbage because nothing is defined here. Then printf, enter the radius. Then user is typing some number, maybe some 7. User is typing, then enter. The moment user types and enter, this garbage will be updated by how much? 7. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. The moment the function call you are trying to do, line number 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7. So when function call is made, what is going to happen? The control will jump to, assuming that this is my area 1, from here to here, this is area 1, this is my area 2, this is my area 3. When I say area, means they are different locations at all, correct? Memory point of view. So whenever a result of an area is equal to AOC of R is going to be called, what is going to happen? The control will jump from line number 5 of the main program to function
Second
definition
area.
of the area 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the moment it jumps to the function definition of the area, what is the first it is going to have? Again, a memory of name. What is the name of this location? R again.
R.
So this R and this R, same or different?
Different.
Same.
Different, because area is different.
Different, sir.
So maybe it will be some 50,000. Again, just a minute. I'll just switch on my battery is running out. Just hold a minute. Hold it for a minute. Okay, fine. So what is going to happen? 50,000. It was a garbage or some value will be defined. You tell me.
Garbage.
Do you think it is a garbage? Whenever control jump here, it is taking which value here?
7. Okay.
7 is there. The 7 is going to be updated in. So
R.
that is the difference between a declaration statement in the main and declaration parameters inside the function definition. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So R will be updated with 7 because while jumping, it will copy the actual parameter value, which is a 7, into a formal parameter value, which is again R here. So that is the reason generally we avoid using same names. But even though we use, there is nothing wrong. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is called formal parameter. This is called actual parameter. Okay, AP and FP. Generally, people will write in the books actual parameter and formal parameters. So then, what next? The float area. Again, you are going to get. I think here I forgot to mention. Float, ROA, ROC. Two more locations are created, which is ROA. Then it will be ROC. 4 bytes. 4 bytes. Maybe the address is 2000. Maybe address is 3000. Is it clear? Garbage and garbage, because nothing is defined here. Garbage, garbage. Okay. Similarly, here also I am trying to create one more variable, area. Contains is garbage or some values? Tell me.
Garbage.
Garbage, good. Then you are trying to execute area is equal to 3.1414 into R. So value this R is going to taken from area 1 or area 2. You tell me. This R
Sir,
value
sir.
is taken from which area? Area 1 or
Second
area 2?
area.
Second area only, because only these are local, no? The expression can be done among the local variables, not in the different variables. Local means among yourself. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
If your friend name and your cousin's name is same and you call that name at your home, your cousin will respond, not your friend. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So same way here, the names might be same. When area is going to call the R, this R is going to be responded, not this R, because they are not accessible. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Then the moment the area is going to get updated with value, how much it will be? 7 7s are 49 into 3, approximately 150, isn't it? Is not 150? Approximately, I'm telling. Point something, you'll get it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then return, what is the value?
150.
150 point some 73, something like that. Then immediately my control will jump here. While jumping here, what it will bring?
Area.
150 point, not area, 150.73, whatever value available in the area. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then where it will be copied?
ROA.
So ROA somewhere here, it will be updated with 150.73. The moment it is coming back, no, the whatever memory is created within this area will get vanished. The life of this variable will get vanished. They will become free. Is it okay? The
Yes,
life
sir.
of R and area will be lesser than the life of ROA and ROC and R in the main, because who was created first out of these 3 and these 2 variables? Who was created first?
3 variables first thing.
Yeah, so variables belongs to the main were created first, then variables in the functions are created. Yes or no? The moment return statement is done, the control will jump from that particular function to the main. Whatever variables were declared or initialized, all of them will become vanished. Vanished means the life is gone. The life of the local variables of the functions are lesser than life of the variables of the main function. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Then after line number 5, result of area is updated with 150. Immediately, what is the line 6?
ROC.
ROC is equal to,
COC.
again, don't you think it will jump here?
Yes, sir.
While jumping, what it will take again?
7.
Because this location might get vanished, but this location still exists, no?
Yes, sir.
So that is the reason 7 is there. The 7 will be copied in which location? Again, there is a location is created with the 4 bytes of memory. The name is R. What is updated here?
7.
7. Then what next? Float circumference. Again, 4 bytes of memory is created and the name is circumference. And garbage or some content?
Garbage.
Garbage. After that, circumference is equal to 2 into 7, 14. 14 3s are 21 point some change. Yes or no?
43 something.
Okay. 43, yeah?
Yes, sir. 43 point something.
14 3s are right. 40, how much?
42 point some.
Yeah, 42 point, some number I am writing. 42.3 get updated. After the return circumference, what is going to happen? We'll jump back. Well, coming back, what it is going to take?
42 point.
It will be updated where?
ROC.
ROC. So what is the value now? 42.34. Then these two locations will get still exist or they get vanished?
Vanish.
Vanished. So is it possible to have 3 hours at a time?
No, sir.
Is it possible to have 2 hours at a time?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Because main anyhow it is there, while function is executing, R will be there, no?
Okay. Yes, sir.
3 hours may not be possible, but 2 hours is possible. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I hope now you understood what is function prototype, what is function calling, and what is function definition.
Yes, sir.
Is 3 are clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now generally when somebody is writing a program using function, the program is classified into 3 regions, something like this. Entry point, I will write hash include stdio.h. Oh, sorry. Then int main, sorry, not this one. Function prototypes. Generally structure I am talking about. Function prototypes or function declarations. Anything is okay. Semicolon is compulsory. Then followed by entry point of int main. Then read inputs. Read, or I should say declaration statements of the main. Declaration statements. Then read inputs. Then processing of the input using functions. Print the result or display the result. Print instead of display results. Is it not generally the structure of your program whenever functions are going to be used? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
We did same thing, no? We did declaration statement, we read the inputs in the main, then we process the inputs in the formal parameters instead of actual parameters. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, finally, when your function is going to return the results, you are trying to display the results in the main, correct or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So I tell you, once we are going to study the pointers. Okay, I have not started the pointers. Once pointers are started, if pointers also used, because this topic is I have not used, but I'm telling, if pointers and functions are used, then the structure of C program is becomes much simple. Hash includes, or I should write, okay, hash include header files. I'm generalizing. Then function declarations. Then entry point. Function for reading inputs. I will not read this way. Read underscore input. Then process underscore input. Display output. That's it. Every main program is going to have only 3 functions. What are the 3 functions? Read input, process input, display output. Is it clear? Is it clear? Respond.
Yes, sir.
Right now I have not used the pointers. That is the reason this one and this one I cannot use right now. I can use only this because processing the inputs only I have done so far. Addition, then subtraction, then area of a circle, then circumference of the circle. Then what I want is a homework for all of you. By next class I want you to write a program using functions for factorial first. Calculating the factorial of a given input. So already we did a factorial of a number, but I want that factorial must be calculated in a function. Is it clear to all of you? I am just giving this work to you. By next class I want to see your notes. Write a program using functions for the factorial of a given input. Write a program using functions for verification of even or odd. For verification of even or odd. Okay, even or odd also we have done in the main only, but I wanted to do using a functions now. Third one. Write a program using functions to find it is prime or not. Prime or not. Is it okay? Is it clear? Which I have not discussed, prime number. You have to think on your own, the logic. Write a program using functions to display Fibonacci series for the given n, for the given number. Given number is number of terms in Fibonacci series for the given n, where n is the number of terms in the series, where n is the number of terms in the series. Okay. Write a program using functions to find sum of digits of a given number. Given number means, example, if you give 173, my result should be, output should be how much? If
11.
input is 173, output is how much? 11. Is it clear?
11.
Okay, so I want 5 programs using functions. By next time, in fact, you can assume it could be a lab also. It is like a practice of a laboratory also. If any doubts, write down all of them at one place. Next class, you either in WhatsApp you can ask, or in the next class you can ask. Anything is okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So with this, I'll stop the today's class for the functions. Next class, I'm going to talk about the recursive functions. Okay. So just a minute. Let me stop recording.